Okay guys, so I'm trying to hold this camera steady, but it's hard. So I wanted to show you this tip that I've been using recently. So there's a lot of COVIDs, and then there's nursing documentation, and then there's skin checks that I need to be doing on my shifts. So I like to break those up and categorize them like according to what I want to do. Like I want to do all my COVIDs at once and then get them out the way. So there's a way to do that. So only the COVIDs come up on UDA. So on the clinical tab right there, as you can see, is white, and then I'm gonna click on UDA once, and then we'll pick it up there. So the first thing you want to do on UDA is see where it says 7 days. You want to put that at 0. So I'm gonna do that. So then all this stuff comes up, but it's everything that's due today or overdue when you put in 0 days. Okay. So I wanted to show you that, and then if we go up here higher in the screen, if you click assessment type and pull down, let's say nursing documentation, only nursing documentation will come up. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna show you. All right, so then if I want to do nursing documentation, that's all. And then I can pick out my patients on the left and do those one by one. And then say I click any one of these notes, do it, and then I'm done, and I sign it and I lock it. When I go back into UDA, nursing documentation will still be up. Like it won't be back to how it was originally, where everything that was due was on UDA. It'll be the only thing I'll have to redo again is the 0 days. Okay, but nursing documentation will be the only thing that comes up. And then if you want to go back to how it was originally, you just go to assessment type, and then you click all. The other thing I wanted to mention that you can do with this tip is under assessment type, you can select skin check, and then in the beginning of your shift, you'll know who your skin checks are. You just got to check the times to make sure they're actually on your shift. Okay, so I went under an order entry, and let's just say I picked, right, so let's say you're doing low pressure. You would put under additional directions, hold for systolic less than 110, hold for heart rate less than 60. Okay, I'm not saying it's always going to be those parameters. I'm just saying as an example. So say I'm putting in the order and I don't click this right here, then those parameters I put in additional directions are not going to come up on your EMR filter. Okay, so that's why I'm saying filters are only as good as the order. That goes for blood sugars, that goes for heart rates, weights, any kind of number that you have to get for monitoring or for a medication. If somebody did not enter it to be signed out on the EMR with administration or with a sign out of the with the sign out of the med, then it's not going to pop up on the filter. So I just wanted to show you guys that because it's important to know, just to make sure you're paying attention to the directions, and just be mindful of the fact that all your blood pressures and all your blood sugars and temps and whatever are not going to show up if the person putting in the order didn't put supplementary documentation in there. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you that screen, what comes up. All right, it wants me to do a frequency, and then you can add supplementary documentation. You can click off any one of these, a lab value, a pain, a blood pressure. So for 7A, and like if I want a blood pressure, bam, Now, every time you go to sign out that med in the EMR, you have to put in a blood pressure and it's gonna come up on the filter. So if the person did not go through this process and then hit save wherever it is, update, then it's not gonna come up. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so in point click care, you just go to the MAR, okay? And then you go to filter by, and it's a couple over from shift. So it goes shift, PRN, reminders. I don't use that. Advanced is what you're gonna click to activate the filter. Okay, so I'm gonna click that and show you what pops up. Okay, so this is what pops up. You can filter by hour of administration, supplementary documentation, which we already discussed, or other. So supplementary documentation, we'll get to that in a minute, but let's look at hour of administration. You can do PRN, all these options. So this is morning shift filter. Okay. And then if we hit supplementary documentation, let's do that and I'll show you what's up. For supplementary documentation, these are what shows up. You got BP, temp, pulse, respirations, blood sugars, O2 sets, pain levels, okay? And then you got behavior, and that's it. So other actually filter by insulin. So there you go. You can look for your diabetic patients that way if you didn't get a good report. Pharmacy, I don't know what that is. Dietary supplements, you know you got 9 people to give snacks to. Enteral feeds, you know you got 2 of them. And other is probably just regular meds. So that is how you get to the filter, and that's what's under the filter, okay guys?